Welcome to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. You've made it. Made it to the finals of the North American Top 50 Invitational, hosted by Bloody Ox Esports. I'm Sheer Sheep,
And I'm Krillin.
and we'll be your casters this lovely final match between the Wonder Child Sam Anthony, the reverse sweep against Pirate Warrior, and Bobby, my boy, with the super greedy, yet very effective Reno mage. That's all I can remember. It's been so long.
Reverse sweeping is not the best to see, but against Pirate Warrior, I mean, you kind of like to see that happen.
It feels good. It's cathartic. All right. We're just trying to get the bands in here. Yes. Okay. So Bobby is running Reno Mage, Reno Warlock,
Interfire Priest, and Reincarnate Shaman.
Interfire Priest, and Reno card. Thank you, Poach.
Yes.
Are you also casting this?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, we can do a TriCast.
Sweet. We got Poach in here too.
So Reincarnate Shaman is running like Kel'Thuzad, Reincarnate, very, very greedy, as well as the very greedy Reno Mage with Elise Trailblazer.
He's a greedy boy.
Sometimes it pays off if you get to that end game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, what's winning is winning.
Yeah. That punching down feeling you get when you've already won the game. You feel bad, but not bad enough to like give him the win. So yeah, we're just hanging out here waiting for bands. Oh yeah, Sam's decks. I don't know, he was last up, so you might remember this, but he has Interfire Priest and Reno Lock as well.
And then Freeze Mage and Ancestors Call Shaman, so it's a little bit different than Reincarnate Shaman. It runs Old God Yashraj. I'll have to pull that.
Okay.
So, what do you think about the difference between Reincarnate Shaman and Ancestors Call Shaman? Like,
I would have to say that Reincarnate Shaman is the worst of the two.
Okay.
Due to inconsistency. That being said, they're both pretty inconsistent decks.
Yes, but they both ended up at the finals, so Control Shaman does work.
They do.
Or at least, I think just Shaman in general. The class is kind of busted.
Little broken.
Yeah. Shaman can pretty much be anything it wants to at this point. Aggro, mid-range, or control. Or even
and
OTK.
Combo as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only class that really does all four archetypes exceptionally well.
All right. I'm still waiting on bans, but I'd just like to point out that okay, Shaman and Mage. So that would be no Malaga Shaman and no super greedy Reno Mage.
Sam is bringing Ancestors Call Shaman, so that won't be seen.
Yes.
And then Reno Mage is out.
Oh yeah, the other way around. Never mind.
At least Trailblazer.
Yeah, it was pretty neat in practice. He got a lot of value off of a portal. Pretty much just won the game. All right.
right, so what do you think they're going to bring first in the blind? I like Reno Lock as just a standard.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think that's probably the most consistent. Like that's a good deck to like get a feel for what your opponent's playing.
It's one of those decks that pretty much has a 50-50 win rate across the board.
Yeah.
Because it can burst out some of these combo decks while controlling all these aggro decks.
It's surprisingly versatile.
Weird saying that a deck with 30 cards is the most consistent, or 30 unique cards.
Yeah. That is strange. You have essentially doubled the inconsistency, but somehow it's the most consistent.
You just spread out the inconsistency so that it all evens out.
I mean, like, you know, you knock Blizzard a lot, but then you think about cards like Reno Jackson and the amount of balancing that have gone into them, and there's a lot of math there.
All right, so we are in game now. Bobby's bringing his Reno Lock, while Sam Anthony's bringing his Freeze Mage.
Solid start from Bobby. He's got two pretty solid keeps. I would say the Doomsayer and the Mountain Giant are safe bet.
Your soul shall be mine.
Hello.
It's probably going to be one of those games just tapping away from the Reno Lock side.
Mm-hmm.
We hunger for vengeance.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty tough for Reno Lock. Freeze Mage has never been a favorable matchup.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty heavy for the Freeze Mage side.
Yeah.
His OTK sooner or later. With the card Evolved Kobold.
Yes, he does.
Because Reno Lock does have an amazing heal. I mean, in Reno Lock, in Reno Jackson. So you can't just keep bursting them. You have to try to OTK.
Yeah.
Lord Caraxes.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's not a ideal card for a Warlock to draw early on against a Freeze Mage.
Yeah. And against cards like Antonitis or Medivh, as we saw, it's kind of dead either way.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how everyone's playing Lord Draxus, because in this entire tournament we keep seeing like, oh, best matchup ever. So, but in certain matchups, like against Control Priest, for example, you're gonna get so much value out of it that it will win you the game.
Yep. Oh, for a second there, I thought he was gonna ping the giant.
The fireball kill, if he had.
Yeah. That's the
Yes.
that was the thought. There's some
All right, do you coin out Emperor?
Probably. It forces him to answer something rather than just amassing cards. Although I guess the 8/8 is a pretty solid
Threat
thing
in
to
its own.
answer.
Yeah, and it looks like the Thorson is going to be coming out.
Got some decent discounts. The Sylvanas and Twisting Nether, and the Power Overwhelming.
So he does grab the Evolved Kobold, so as the game moves on. Ooh, Stonehill Defender. That's a fun card.
Yeah, totally.
Side effects? No.
I think this list is particularly tagged against aggressive decks, with both the second-rate Bruiser and Stonehill Defender, just getting all of the taunts.
Yeah, and I think he's also running a Tar Creeper somewhere in there.
Yeah. So I really like this deck list, actually. Alexstrasza, maybe not as much, but
It's really interesting. I've always liked seeing how people like squeeze non-aggressive archetypes into aggressive builds.
mhm.
You almost have to with all the Pirate Warrior and Egg Druid that I see running around on ladder.
Yeah.
Flourish in Wild, but I mean, as far as the finals are, most of these decks are control decks.
Yeah,
Like, really, except for the Inner Fire Priest.
I find in tournament play at least, control decks seem to be the go-to choice for most players.
Yep. Definitely the more interesting.
It allows for more decision making rather than I'm just gonna hit you in the face.
Mhm. It's where the better players will always shine.
Yes. High skill cap, but very high outcome.
It's taking a lot of time to see what he can play here. I don't know. I probably would have just sided immediately with the Stonehill. Oh, he's branding it.
He's roping, so he doesn't have too much time to get it.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you gonna choose? Pick quickly.
Yeah, I gotta have those plays per minute.
Gets one, gets the
Fast
other.
choices.
Dirty Rat. Dirty Rat, man, that was quick.